Is it inappropriate for a member of Congress to be following young women on their Twitter accounts from not even from their district? You know, you've several young women in your account. 40,000 people follow you. You only follow a couple of hundred.
It's really outrageous. The implication is outrageous. First of all,
no.
If you ask the question, it's outrageous. I have a right to say it's outrageous.
Okay.
It's outrageous, first of all, to do apparently zero research about how I did Weiner Yes. I went out and I asked if people want me to follow you. I have followed people who've asked me to follow you. I follow many people who, I follow Sarah Palin. I follow Paul Ryan. I might even follow you. I mean, the fact of the matter is, you're saying to not understand how social networks work. Do you really believe I know the age, I know the positions, I know the job descriptions of everyone who asked me to follow them because I say yes? Now, have I made the mistake of not putting up on my Twitter page, just because I follow you doesn't mean I agree with you or doesn't mean I know you? That's intuitive. Anyone who understands social media today, I have 45,000 followers. I asked people.
But you only follow a couple hundred.
I asked, does Weiner Yes mean anything to you in the researching of the story?
Yes.
Does it?
Oh, yes, Weiner Yes does.
Okay, because you went and took a look at when I went and posted, and a lot of the people who said, I'd like to, I clicked, and followed them. Now, I don't know what those people did wrong. I don't know what the 45,000 followers did wrong here. And
I don't think anybody said anything. They did nothing wrong.
Well, your question had a pretty charged supposition. Do you think there's anything wrong with following young women on Twitter?
Yeah.
Now, do you really think that's a fair question? I mean, do you?
Well, it's just when you only have less than 200 people you're following, them,
right.
and several are young women from outside your district.
First of all, the overwhelming number of my followers are from outside my district. I have 45,000 of them.
Yeah, I'm talking people you follow.
No, I understand. I have 45,000 followers. Mm-hmm. Overwhelmingly, they're from people outside my district. By theory, those are the people that are going to be responding. If you're asking me the average age of the people I follow, I would have no idea. But I want to tell you something. I have to say, as a person who's married, as a person who has a family, for you to imply that because you found a couple of people on Twitter who are young, when Twitter is overwhelmingly a place where young people do social media, that somehow make an implication out of that? I think
not making an implication. I'm asking a question that a lot of people have asked.
I'm afraid that that's an easy thing to say. I'm asking something that a lot of people have said.
Yes.
It is your responsibility, and I want you to take it seriously, that when you ask a question like that, it is charged with implication and simply not fair. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to my family. It's not fair to that poor girl who's now been besieged because of the implication. This is the problem here.
Okay, so
I would urge you, my friend, to refocus on what you think the actual issue is. This is a Twitter hoax, a prank that was done. I'm the victim of it. This poor girl is the victim of it. And to somehow draw a larger line here to people that have done nothing wrong. These people that I follow or follow me have done nothing wrong. And the implication should not be left that they have.
Okay, and you'll let us know if you're going to go forward with a actual recommending an investigation or asking for an investigation. Because what you just sounded like, this is more serious. A young woman's life has been turned upside down as a result of this. So
by whom?
By whoever was behind this thing. Whether
Agreed. We both. I think you'd agree. Both of us have had a little turning upside down happening. But think about by whom. And I think the person with their forearm right now is partially responsible for that. So
this is the press's fault that this has happened?
No. Here's what I would say. I think that there are some perfectly reasonable questions to ask about a hoax. Who did it?
Are you going to investigate
it?
That's like question number one.
And I believe that I
get to the bottom of it.
I believe that I answer the question. But this is a fairly important issue. Let's face it. Whether someone posted a picture on Weiner's Twitter page is a fairly important issue. I think it's very important. I think it's one we really need to get to the bottom of. It's much more important than a lot of the other issues work on. It's definitely a 4 or 5 day story. Don't you agree?